been acting for over a decade. I've also been a voice artist behind the camera. But during COVID is when our industry all over the world, including here in UAE, came to a standstill. There was no acting jobs, nothing happening. And then an opportunity presented itself where a friend of mine wanted to, asked me to make a video. And I ended up directing a full-blown commercial for her. So from 2020 onwards, I started doing ad films as a director and then short films, and then calling happened. So it's been about 4 years since I've been making films.
I started from the commercials. It's always a great time. I really loved it. But you know, there is more of yourself you can express. And acting, it's always challenging because it's different. It's not smiling, you know. It's speaking, it's delivering, it's living the moment, you know, more. And yeah, so I started to take the opportunities for the short movies, and then I ended up doing calling.
Amazing. Would you get into direction anytime?
I don't know. Never thought about it. Same as I never thought about being even in commercials. You know?
Amazing.
So we never know.
So my top two directors would be, there are many, but if you're saying two, it would be Christopher Nolan and Guy Ritchie. Favorite actors, Denzel Washington, Daniel Day-Lewis, and I have to mention also DiCaprio. Actresses, Meryl Streep, Rachel McAdams, and Viola Davis. How about you?
We have the same people,
yeah,
at least, yeah, because
they're the best.
So for their actors, I really love DiCaprio. Every movie, he's just incredible. Yeah, I love Jim Carrey.
Oh,
love. He is inspiring as well.
On and off camera,
yeah. And I could say Will Smith as well. It's just personality altogether.
Yeah.
From and females, I love Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, again.
Every movie she is just, you want to watch it.
So this film's an inspiration from my own true story, a struggle that I went through for many years, and I try to make it into a 15-minute film. And the idea was to make this a universal language, that it could be any kind of a predicament you're stuck in, but I think we're always battling for the voice that's inside of us. So this movie, I wanted to show that we tend to believe that the voice inside and the face inside looks like us. So I went with a journey of the conscious and the subconscious. And while practicing law of attraction, meditation, affirmations, it's about trying to reprogram the subconscious mind. But we don't realize the importance of the conscious self, that the conscious self has to control the subconscious mind like a child in order for the subconscious mind to contact the universe, and then the universe brings us our breakthrough. So everything is emotion, everything is mental, nothing is exterior, everything's interior. So this journey is the journey of the exterior and the interior, and how they may or may not overcome, or how do they find their way across a certain predicament. And the aim was this, to connect with audiences of all ages, of all races, of all countries, all continents. So the idea was that we all understand prayer and affirmations, but there is more to it. We have to do it with faith and not with desperation.
Because I didn't have any expectations, honestly. I had a really good feeling about you, about your directions, about the references you were sending to me, and the way you talk to me. So I knew that I can come, I can make mistakes, you're still gonna tell me what to do. And so it was, for me, just, first of all, I was looking forward to that, because it's a great opportunity to be in the movie and be only one actor. And of course, it's the next level where I can challenge myself, show more emotions. So I was just excited about that. And I knew for sure, the only expectation I had is just like to put this movie in my showreel, in my portfolio, to use it for my portfolio. And then you see, sometimes you expect one thing and then you get much more.
You win in Cannes, you win Best Actor in Cannes.
Yeah, okay. you get in like way more. So and yeah, when we were shooting the movie, I think it's just following the directions and having full trust. and still enjoying everything. And as Raj, he had this situation, he went through this. We both had similar experience, so that's why it was easy to connect, and yeah, all together make it kind of easy, I think. And my brain actually registered that it was very easy when I was talking to Raj after. It's like, was it right? I was like, well, sometimes he was not getting the emotions, but at the end, yeah, we were all satisfied.
There's a lot of change in emotions, right?
Yeah.
Happy, sad, etc. So many things.
And yeah, in one room when we was shooting many scenes, like different days, but it's just in one room. You would not change the all setup, yeah. And so here, Raj, he knew the best what is gonna be the next. I mean, what kind of emotion I have to show, and yeah, it was just okay. I'm happy. I'm sad. Just let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So, I was hired by a production company, Reach TV Social, to do a bunch of motivational films. And they said, take 4 of them because they knew I was a filmmaker and an actor. So, among the 4, Calling is one of them. And so, the restrictions we had, we could not exceed 12 hours for any of the films to shoot for funding reasons, for payment reasons. We had to use the equipment that they had. We couldn't get equipment from the outside. So these were restrictions, but among all the 4 films, Calling is the most personal film of mine. So while writing, I was fighting with myself saying, okay, I've only 12 hours. What part of the story should I not put? What should I put? But then the other half was saying, listen, it's your story. You want to put this out for inspiring people. Don't hold back. Somehow you'll manage, and in 12 hours, you will definitely shoot this movie. So that's my advice for budding filmmakers, that there may be restrictions in location, equipment, crew, but as long as you can stick to what your vision is and you're able to deliver it without having to hold back, then I think it will inspire you to make more movies. Otherwise, you'll feel that, oh, I could have written. There's always scope of improvement, but as far as possible, stay true to your story. If you believe in it, do it. And then, of course, take the advice of the crew members. Read out the story to somebody who's not associated in your group. Understand, get feedback, but make sure that it inspires you to put out the story which can connect with people. Universally, it can connect with people. So that would be my advice. And sometimes restrictions come in as a blessing to show how creative we can get. And we did 26 scenes in 12 hours with one actor in one location. It's crazy. It sounds crazy, but we made it fun. I don't think it felt like a torture. It was fun. Everyone believed that we had only this much of time, so we had to do it, and we did it. Yes. Specific would be, right now, the films that I have done and have made are inspirational, motivational films with an entertainment value. So the audience are kept attentive to the screenplay. So although it's motivational, some people might find that sometimes a little boring, but I bring in an entertainment value to it. So my idea of whatever I create, because I love movies of champion movies, sports films, epic war films, or the story of the underdog, or biopic. Those are some of my most favorite, other than sci-fi and action films. Big love of action films, sci-fi, and comic book. But right now, as a filmmaker and as a director, my target audience is everybody. That it should, I think everyone post-COVID have gone, I keep saying post-COVID because I feel the world changed. Everyone went internally and everyone started speaking the languages of mental health, mindset, inspiration. And I think we have less of that these days. So I want to target everybody in a way that everyone connects universally with my films.
And I can say that this is exactly what I also like. If I'm choosing the movie to watch, I would definitely choose something where I can learn something, think deep about it. It has to have a meaning, for me. So, and to act in such a movie, it's amazing.
Amazing, yeah. I mean, it just comes together because you want to take, after you finish the movie, you want it to still stay here for good reasons. Not to trouble you, but to inspire you in some way. Yeah, so that's my answer. So funny enough, I was in India after I finished my acting course, and while I was auditioning, someone really liked my voice and said, "Would you like to come in and dub for a film? Have you ever dubbed it before?" I said, "No, never." Like, "Would you like to? It's quick money. We'll pay you immediately after the session." And that was my very first earning. And so while getting into acting, voiceover happened, and I gave my voice for two big Bollywood films, and that began my voiceover journey. And I always was enamored by actor's voice when I would go and watch a film. Like, I'd wait for the opening scene when they speak, and how in the theater the voice affects you. It somehow stuck with me, and I used to play with my voice. I used to do voice imitations of cartoon characters, actors, and then later I tried to form my voice in different ways and play with it. And that's how my voice artist journey began. And even when I came back from India, back to the UAE, voice acting became more of a frequent job than acting. So, and then I moved in from neutral English, American English, Hindi, Urdu, and so these are the languages that I do it for films, radio, documentary, animation films, and for some of the top global brands. And I feel as an actor, it's very important to have command over your voice, because that really sells. That, and I also love narration. I love actors who narrate animation films, who narrate a trailer or the starting of the movie. So I feel that's something that some actors don't focus on, but they should, because voice acting is a whole different ballgame altogether. And with respect to training actors, I coach actors on set with respect to different facets of acting that I learned in my acting school in Actor Prepares Mumbai. And over the years, whatever I've learned as how to get into character, how to use emotional memory, how to use observation skills, how to use your body, since I'm a fight choreographer, acting coach, and a dancer. This is the tool for an actor, our bodies. So how do we use it to become the character? You're never you on set, but you are what the script demands you to be. So how does the marriage of the original person and the character comes together, and how they deliver? That's my job, and I love teaching people how to act, how to fight on film, how to use their voice, their body, and their aura, and also to guide them to be actors and also to become filmmakers. So it's an overall immersive process that I teach people. Since COVID, things have changed a lot. I feel cinema has gotten affected, but a lot of people are now more accustomed to staying at home and watching the online platforms and binge watching their series, or pausing it whenever they want to and then getting back to it. So less of people are now having cinema experiences as part of their calendar, and I want to bring that back. So it's a very interesting time. The online platforms growing massive, and also the advent of AI is slowly coming into the industry. It's very interesting, but I think my top priority would be to create content, to see more content where people still decide to go for a movie and say, let's get together, let's book this show, let's go for a movie this weekend. I think I'm that kind of cinema lover.